Stanford is shooting 75%, leading Alcorn State from Lorman, Mississippi, 21-11. Now the Microsoft Databank. What experience on this team. Incredible. That's why they were a preseason pick in many polls.
Yeah, and a lot of people have them going to the Final Four.
Everybody's back from last year's Final Four team.
Solid season they've had.
Look out for that man, Chad Slaughter, over 300 pounds from Dallas, Texas, and a starting offensive lineman on the Alcorn State football team.
And pretty aggressive when he's taking it to the rim.
Mosley is in the game. Stanford has had 3 consecutive turnovers. Mosley is from Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Outside shooter. Mosley struggled, though, coming into NCAA play with his outside shot.
Mosley hits Sauer, who hits a shot that gives Stanford a 23-13 lead.
Pretty solid start for Peter Sauer, 3 of 4 from the field.
Stiff is on top. As you take a look at other scores from the first round of the NCAA tournament today, Iowa winning. Dr. Tom Davis will move on. And the Hawkeyes and other scores. This shot by Cameron. Here comes Stanford, led by Arthur Lee. There's that Iowa score. UAB and Gonzaga beat Minnesota here earlier today. Mosley to Seton. Nice defense. Young, Sauer. They're getting all kinds of tries at it, but they can't get it to drop. And a foul is assessed inside for the second time on Tim Young, the senior center.
And point-blank attempts by the rim. The miss there by Young. Sauer gets his hands on it. Now the aggressiveness and the foul. Alcorn State's going to have to do a better job, Kevin, of sealing the bigger bodies away from the rim.
Alcorn State has won 13 consecutive games coming into this tournament. Mosley's on Jones, outside Cameron, off the rim, lassoed inside by Stiff. And Slaughter has it back to the playmaker, Stiff.
Look at the Cardinal defense down low.
And that's been the key all season.
Yeah, once the ball goes inside, you know you're going to get some help defensively.
Foul called on Ruben Stiff. Much to the dismay of Davey Whitney, the coach.
Yeah, take a look, a little bit of contact, still sliding with. Got away with a little forearm shiver there. Arthur Lee, you can tell he is taking it a little bit personally, the challenge maybe, Ruben Stiff. An all-SWAC guard comes in, but Arthur Lee thinks, hey, I'm an All-American. That's a solid move, though he missed. The hard bounce, the soft jump hook.
Weems fell, and that opened up things for Jones. It's loose, and again, Stanford has it. Mosley gets it out to Lee. Down court for Weems for 3. Rebounded by Stiff. Jones.
Well, the Braves have their track meet right now.
They do, and that's what they wanted, and that's what Stanford didn't want to see.
Yeah, Stanford's very good half-court defense.
Lee got tangled up with Stiff. Michael McDonald will check in for Stanford. Sophomore from Long Beach, California, taking the place of Arthur Lee. He's the backup point guard, McDonald is, and he is being groomed for next year. He's the starter.
Plays about 14 minutes a ball game, solid with the ball.
Carl Jones for 3. Boy, Seton was, I'm going to say blocked, because that's exactly what Chad Slaughter did. He's an offensive tackle for the Alcorn State team and has a great future, they think, as an NFL offensive lineman. 303 pounds. He blocks in football, and he blocks Seton from behind right there. That'd been a clip in football.
Well, the thing is, you can see his mobility. I mean, think how quick he is on a football field.
Very nimble feet. Very adroit around the lane. Madsen to McDonald. McDonald from Long Beach. Mosley to Madsen. Nice little hook, missing again, up and into Slaughter, and a foul call on Chad Slaughter.
Likes the jump hook, likes the contact. Madsen feeds off the fact the defender puts his body on him. He'll either want to spin him one way or the other. I think the jump hook is setting up for next couple times down. He may go up and under.
We've called him Mad Dog a couple times, a nickname given to him by his 5th grade gym teacher because he was always fighting. And that has kind of been his trademark in a good way, fighting on the basketball floor, fighting for rebounds and position for Stanford.
Well, what a pleasant young man. If you talk to him, nice guy, one of 10 children, right?
Yep. Norman Faith and his mission, 2-year mission, took him to a remote portion of Spain. 12 minutes gone here in the first half of this first-round game for last year's Final Four participant Stanford against Alcorn State. More defense for Stanford. They led so many categories and were in the top 5 in so many Pac-10 defensive categories.
And you saw the active hands defensively by McDonald to strip it away, and a low post position by Madsen on the offensive end.
Madsen's heating up. He's got 10. A missed shot there, picked up by McDonald, and he loses it. Retrieved by Stiff. Out to Jones. Back to Stiff. He's wide open for 3, and he buries it.
Stiff finally getting on the scoreboard.
And they need him to score.
Yeah, they do.
He's the only one in Alcorn State's team in double-figure scoring.
Boy, a lot of people. A lot of minutes for everybody. Marcus Fleming, number 44, who's on the floor, is a freshman that you're going to really like to watch.
Heavily recruited by LSU.
Has played well, had a terrific tournament in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. 21 against Prairie View A&M, and 17 against Mississippi Valley State.
The aforementioned Marcus Fleming. Timeout. Under 7 to play in the first half. 27-16, the Cardinals. In the stands to Mike Harris.
All right, thanks very much, Kevin. Well, I'm with Dwayne Madsen, Mark Madsen's dad. And first of all, I've got to ask you, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, but he's got a nickname of Mad Dog. Now, are these rumors true about him getting into a lot of scraps when he was younger?
No, he's really a very calm, very polite person. I think Mad Dog is a little bit of a misnomer. Mark really understands the science of playing basketball. If you watch him, he really knows how to get position, to keep position, and use his lower body. Very few basketball players use their lower body the way he does. I think he really has a talent. A lot of lower body strength. There are a lot of people with upper body strength greater than his, but very few that can match him with the lower body.
All right, well, thank you very much, Dwayne, and good luck to Stanford. Kevin, back to you.
Here comes Chris Weems inside, and that ball is chased by Mark Madsen, and Stanford is alive. Shot clock at 3. Sauer on the run. All for the trap.
Well, Madsen got that loose ball. I think he used his lower body to get that basketball. His father said, you know, he's a pretty nice looking player. He's never played against him. I mean, Mad Dog there. Mad Dog will get after you out there, Kevin. There's no doubt about it.
He'll bite you. Approaching 3 minutes to play here in the first half.
Proud father. You know, Mad Dog had to find a few tickets for this site.
Yes. Foul called on Sauer. His father is an interesting story. He's in professional sports.
Runs the St. Louis Blues and the Kiel Center in St. Louis.
Stanford by 14 right now. 3:08 to play in the first half. Sauer knocked it away, unbeknownst to him. He didn't even know he was going to be shuffling in front of the pass. And coming up on Pennswell at the half, Greg Gumbel and Clark Kellogg will get you updated on all the tournament news, scores and highlights. While others of you will be going to their local news. They'll rejoin us for the second half. Flying inside, Fleming.
And the freshman with a good off-the-dribble move.
Creighton with the first upset of the tournament so far over 7th seed Louisville, 62-58.
I guess they called a offensive foul after the release of the ball, so count the basket.
Auburn had no trouble with number 16 Winthrop, 80-41.
And there is a dangerous team. Obviously, there's a reason why they're a #1 seed, Cliff Ellis's ball club. Athletic, can run, can push. question will be for them is can they handle the tightness of games. They had a lot of wide open blowouts this year.
Chris Weems at the free throw line, a 74% free throw shooter. His dad was a one-time official in the Big 8, now the Big 12. Charlie Weems, Charles Weems.
And this may be the guy who's the key to their team. If he shoots it well outside going forward, then they become that much better.
Weems has 6 assists and no turnovers. Wonderful beginning. Inside, and a nice spinning move by Marcus Fleming, the freshman.
Oh, I like this kid. Good athletic body. Needs to put on a few more pounds in the weight room this summer. He was about 6'8", 215. Put on about 10 or 15 more pounds, big time play. Let's take a look at Marcus Fleming working down low. Seen him hit a couple jump shots. Now he posts Sauer up and uses his body well. Little jump hook there.
Arthur Lee, McDonald, Weems, Sauer. Madsen out there for the Cardinal. Alley-oop inside to Madsen.
Well executed. Terrific pass right on the money.
That remains one of the most breathtaking plays in basketball.
Especially when you don't see it coming, or you do see it if you see it develop.
Donald Fleming the miss. Rebound by Carl Jones. Tremaine Chambers knocked away by Lee. He's got some trailers and a 3-on-2. Squeezes it into Weems. Sauer can't get it. Now he does. The spinner won't go. Rebounded inside by Harper.
Well, Sauer simply out-hustled everybody down the floor to get the opportunity.
Marcus Fleming nails another one. He's got 6, 3 in a row.
They'll keep getting him the basketball. He's done a lot of growing up this season. Again, playing exceptionally well towards the end.
Hit a game-winning shot earlier in the season against Grambling. Showing a lot of moxie. Here's Sauer, double, ball knocked away by the aforementioned Marcus Fleming. Here comes Tremaine Chambers. He's a junior from Kansas City.
And probably has played a lot of summer basketball against Chris Weems back home. Weems from Stanford, also from Kansas City.
And throw Earl Watson's name in there, too. Good-looking player from UCLA.
Watson, the guard at UCLA, along with Jerron Rush, another Kansas City product.
1:17 to play here in the first half.
And UCLA matches up with Perry Watson's ball club. Detroit. Phillips and Jackson, what an outstanding backcourt they have. Defensively pretty good. They'll try to slow the Bruins down.
UCLA had a great recruiting season last year. Those freshmen have made a difference, but really it's been a couple of older kids that have really kind of carried them here of late.
Well, and really the key is the health of Baron Davis.
Yes.
I mean, is he good to go, then there's not many better.
Stiff. Retrieved by Alcorn State. Harris for 3 for the Braves. Rebound by Madsen. What presence he has on the floor.
Well, Mike Montgomery's not happy because the Cardinals are not rebounding the ball very well. Alcorn State getting 2 or 3 attempts each time down the floor now.
Madsen inside over Slaughter. Was shoved and a whistle and a foul, and it is on Slaughter.
Madsen gives up roughly about 70 pounds to Slaughter, but it has not deterred Mark from getting low post position. Steps in offensively, establishes his ground, and Slaughter has not been able to move him off the block.
I told you before, Madsen is an economics major. He reads the Wall Street Journal, economist. In the locker room before games, that's a way, before practice, that's a way for him, with the approval of his dad, to kind of further that nice Stanford education.
He and Peter Sauer like to play the market a little bit. Guys after my own heart.
Hey, you're in that business, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Those guys are just having an earlier start.
Yes, and they're smart to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Half minute to play here in the first half. Stanford has controlled the game, up now by 14 points. 40-26. Wallace Harris on the far side for Stiff. A difference of 2 seconds. Shot clock in the big clock. Madsen comes out with a flash of defense. Stiff with the spin. Won't go. Rebound off of Fleming. Picked up by Mosley. Seconds remain. Here comes Lee. Good if it goes. And we're at the half.
Well, good first half by Stanford, Kevin. They came out, they established themselves. Alcorn State a little bit nervous, I thought, early in the ball game. A young team, but Dave Whitney's team had enough poise to come in. Marcus Fleming was terrific as a freshman came in and added some points. But the key was Stanford is solid right now.
Sauer had 11. Madsen had 16. Let's go over to Mike Harris.
All right, thanks very much, Kevin. Coach, you're in control of the game, but it looked like there were some things you didn't like out there.
Well, we're not running the offense real cleanly. We haven't shot the balls well. Then the other thing is point of attack. They're taking it a point of it.
All right, Mike, thank you. That's the end of the first half with the score. Stanford 40, Alcorn State 26. Greg Gumbel and Clark Kellogg will be along with Pennzoil at the half. And after this message and a word from your local station.